If you want a pair of headphones, if you want to look cool, I can hook you up.
No,
I know a guy.
I'm good.
We've been doing this over a year.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
I was looking at some of our analytics at the hours consumed. When we sit here and we do these, it doesn't seem like we spend a lot of time,
Yeah,
actually
it's short,
recording. But there are thousands and thousands and thousands of hours that people have consumed hearing us talk, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I just hope that I didn't say anything really stupid or misleading. You never know.
You never know.
I'll tell you though, that's where the power of editing comes in.
That's why you got the magic touch.
But
on the keyboard.
But once it's out there, baby.
Oh, it's there for forever.
You're not getting it back. That's for sure.
Even when you leave the earth, it's still there.
Yeah, it's true.
What's up, everybody? This is the HIG podcast. I'm MattyP, here with your friend, the host of this podcast, and Mr. Tall Glass of Water, Bronson Kaufusi.
What's going on, everyone?
How you doing, Bronson?
Doing great.
Yeah?
It's good to be here.
How's life treating you these days?
It's great. Q4. You know how that goes over here at HIG. We're busy.
Oh, man.
But it's great to be busy.
We were just talking about the busy nature of what we do, and I said something to the effect of I'm up to my eyeballs in work. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's
right?
good stuff.
Yeah, it means that we always have something to do.
Yeah.
We're here today at the Harris Financial Center in the heart of Provo, Utah. Beautiful Provo. And we have guests with us here today who's never been on the show before. Someone that we are very excited to have here with us. We have Mr. Scott Pond. Hey, Scott.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm great. Great to be here.
Scott is one of our newer hires. If you haven't heard yet, Kyle Turner. Mr. Turner.
Mr. Turner.
He left Harris Investment Group to go on to bigger and better things out in Kauai. He has a few businesses that he's starting up and running and getting on the ground, and it was a pretty hard decision for him, right? He said he left his dream job here to go out and to pursue.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he is a good dude.
The ocean was calling. It's like Moana.
Man.
So he decided to head to the islands.
I feel that.
We'll go visit him. We'll go say what's up to him.
If he'll let us go out there and visit him, I could use a good trip to Kauai.
We all could.
Yeah.
I think we could. So, Mr. Turner, he's gone. We miss him. He'll always have a place in our hearts here. But here to fill his shoes, we have Scott. So, Scott, no pressure or anything, but how you feeling these days?
Yeah, after that introduction, I don't know how I'm feeling. I feel like you're setting me up to fail, but no, I'm very excited to be here, be a part of the team. From what I can tell, just great team, great work ethic, and looking forward to really, hopefully doing some good and continuing in Kyle's shoes.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to be doing. We're going to get into that here in a minute. Before we roll into that, there's this feature that we do with everybody that comes on the show. If you've listened to an episode, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great opportunity for our investor partners and anybody else who listens to these to get to know who we are. 5 questions. You just say what comes to mind or what your most favorite thing is.
Yeah.
Let's just roll into it. Scott, what's your dream car?
It's going to come off as weird, but I don't have big dreams for a fancy car. I think I've really sort of fallen in love with the old body style Ford trucks, the diesel versions that are kind of gone through a little repair and fix and custom backed up. So I really like those. They go everywhere. They don't die. I'm very much an outdoor person, so I know I can throw my dog and my fly rod in there and get where I need to go. So yeah, that's probably unusual for this office, but that's kind of where I'm at.
No, that's not unusual. That would be mine too. Just a truck.
Yeah.
Truck's great.
Yeah.
I have a 4Runner. It gets terrible gas mileage that I love to drive around.
Oh yeah, you don't pay attention to something like that, but these are just fun because you really can throw everything in the back and they're made in the 80s or 90s, so they're 20, 30 years old, and they just keep going and going. They're fun.
It's awesome.
It's the classic body style, the old Ford truck.
Yep.
Yeah, dependable.
Yep.
All right, next up, what is your go-to snack?
Go-to snack. I'm not a big snack guy for the most part.
Or food. You do food? Yeah.
I try to eat clean for the most part.
Yeah.
But I would say a good like donut, a good pastry
when
the time's right.
Yeah.
It's like after a good workout or something, just to
Apple
latch
fritter.
onto one of those with a glass of milk.
Oh.
That hits the spot, and you feel like you can justify it. So, So, and there's a lot of good pastry shops around where we're at. So I'd say something like that.
Original. Nobody said pastry yet. So, next up, what is your favorite travel destination?
Ooh, that's a good one. Again, I'm gonna kind of go off script here, but my family and I, we really enjoy fly fishing. That's sort of our go-to. And I've never been able to get out onto the salt flats and fish for like tarpon or permit. So I'd probably say like Belize or maybe Costa Rica, where you can get out there.
Oh yeah, I've heard it's great out there.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and then the wife's happy while I'm off doing my thing. She could be laying on the nice hot sand while I'm out trying to reel in one of these big
big
fish.
one?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So anyway, it's kind of a dream, and they're really hard to catch, but I'd love to give it a go. So that's where I'd probably be, Belize or Costa Rica, probably.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just say, should bring one, put it on the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at killing things. That's my problem. So I catch them now and just let them
run.
Yeah. So, but that's why you take a picture, right?
That's
they
true.
Last forever. So
You didn't get a picture, it didn't happen in fishing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the rule.
that's true. That's true.
I've never even heard of those fish.
They're definitely not around here and where we're at. So you do need to get off the beaten path, and they are really hard to fish. So it's kind of, once in a lifetime type opportunity.
I was thinking the only thing you could really catch at the salt flats out here is like tetanus.
Yeah.
Like a
or
rusty
mosquitoes.
something or other.
Mosquitoes, yeah. Or something
West
like that.
Nile.
Brine shrimp.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Brine shrimp. All right, next up. What is your biggest motivator?
I think my biggest motivator, especially on sort of the probably the work side, is just the idea of feeling like I'm adding value and feeling valuable. So again, I've never taken a job for compensation only. I believe in doing good, helping people. I think that's kind of why I've fallen into the role that I'm in. Is I really do enjoy helping people succeed. And I think that this environment with Harris is that kind of provides that perfect environment where I can come in and showcase some of my skills, but also help others really achieve whatever their financial goals really are. So I'd say probably value and working with good people is something that really motivates me.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that. It's like a very team-oriented idea.
Yeah, I think again, I'm only a few weeks into the position here, but I just very much get the sense that this is a very team first company, and I can't say that that's always the case.
Sure.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of companies that you're all about yourself and kind of developing yourself, and I feel like this is doing something for the greater good, and so it's I think that's refreshing and unique, to be honest.
Nice. I like that. Having your work appreciated is really nice as well.
You bet.
So I feel you. All right. Lastly, what is a maxim that you live by, a maxim that you remember, maybe something that comes to mind, something that you recite to yourself when you're out fishing for tarpon? Is that right? Yeah,
you got it right. You got it right.
Big tarpon out there.
Yeah,
Massive.
Yeah, they're a fun fish. But anyway, I would say I've always liked the quote from Wayne Gretzky when he says, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." I think that I'm a pretty conservative guy, but I think there are times in my life when you got to stick your neck out there. You got to not be afraid to kind of step off that cliff and know that even though you're scared or intimidated or whatever that emotion may be, that by doing that, you're going to grow and develop and become better. And so I really like that idea. And we were talking about this before, of like taking calculated risks, making sure that they're not reckless, but in the same breath, I think the ability to kind of think and do differently is something I think that resonates well with me. So yeah, I like that one. Nice. And I'm not even a hockey guy. So.
Hey, I like that one too, and I'm not a hockey guy either.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Scott Pond.
Yeah, well, thank you guys.
For all of our investor partners who are listening, if you haven't yet, you will be hearing from Scott. He's a good dude. He's going to reach out to you, help you kind of understand your portfolio that you have here, kind of like what Kyle did, portfolio reviews. Scott's going to do that, among many other things. So, and as a guy who really likes to help people succeed, I think that we landed a big one. And I think our investor partners will feel the same way. You can't ask for more for somebody who is in your role. Speaking of your role, Scott, what is your official title here? What do you do?
I'm the Director of Investor Relations, working directly with Jesse Yates and some other new teammates that we've added on as well that I'm sure you'll have on at some point. So again, we're a small enough team here that you cross paths with a lot of people and you get a chance to wear a lot of hats, and that's something I really enjoy. So very much looking forward to it.
You mentioned a little bit before your time here. How long have you actually been here? You said a couple weeks. It's been a little bit longer, right?
I've been here 4. I think I'm a day over a month.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I know it all right now.
You're ready to let's go.
No, it's been exactly 1 month as of yesterday. So it's been drinking from the fire hose a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a new industry for me.
Yeah, share your background real fast. So
yeah,
people know.
I will. Yeah. I will. So I've been in the investor relations space for 20 years. I was working for Russell 2000 public. Multi-billion-dollar company, kind of really heading up their investor relations team. So I worked a lot on the capital market side, worked a lot with institutional investors, the Fidelities and BlackRocks and all of that. And we were in a space that was far different from real estate. So, it was a personal care company. And, I got to learn a lot about lotions and pills and you name it, and now I'm jumping into the into the real estate space. So it's a little bit of a new world. I think I think that there'll be a bit of a learning curve as I ramp up, but certainly feel like over time that hopefully I can become a reputable, valid resource for our partners here, and very much look forward to getting to know all of them and want them to know that I'm always here at the drop of a hat if and when they need me. So very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know when I first met you, I was like, man, he is so good with people. And I was like, okay, wait, tell me your background again. So it makes sense. I feel like Harris Investment Group, people are looking at it, it's like, oh, we're a real estate private equity firm. You do apartments and gas stations. And it's like, well, really, internally, it's a people game. Yeah, this is built off of relationships, and that's something I learned, from Jason, and that's the team here. Yeah, and so it's all about people. At the end of the day, everything that we do, and it's just awesome that you're here.
I think it trickles down from Jason, right? I really do. I think we all kind of take on some of those same characteristics, as the types of people that the team is looking for here. And so hopefully, obviously, both of you are very much like that, and hopefully you can fit in and blend in and emulate kind of their style, if you will. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's so true. I know that's so true. I think one of the things I've learned just being around Jason and the team, I love how, he's just such a good teacher. I feel like I've become a better teacher around real estate and teaching it just as a subject, like, and how things work. I don't know. I'm curious to hear your take on your time, the last 4 weeks, kind of what you've seen and things that you've learned.
Yeah. The things that I admire with Harris is it feels very hands-on. It's not you sort of, you go to your corner and do your thing. Jason it's incredible because he's very much involved and he's such a integral part of the business, but he's not beneath anything either. And so I've stopped him in the hallway and I'm sure some of the questions I've asked him, he's just thinking like, what are you talking about? Like this is real estate 101. Like, come on, but he's very patient. And again, that to me just, not only speaks volumes about him as personally, but also the company and what he wants to have kind of grow and develop. And so it's very admirable that he and others, again, I haven't run into anybody in the office that thinks any different. And that is so, having lived in that corporate world for as long as I have, that is, I don't think the team really recognizes how unique that is. Because that's not the case,
No.
That's really not the case. It's sort of a dog-eat-dog world out there, and here it just seems very different, very collaborative, and again, it's kind of that we all can lift each other type mentality, which is great.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Isn't that cool? That the educational standpoint that Jason takes, his desire and drive to educate people and help everybody know. I mean, that's why Bronson first invested with him. I've seen that educational front many times over, and to hear you explain your experience with him, like we totally get it. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
It's refreshing, like you said.
Yeah, it is.
Like it really is.
Well, and I think you're seeing, watching how the team handles investor partners or potential investor partners. I think that's why you continue to see the firm grow, right? Mm-hmm. It's like if there was a disconnect or there was something that wasn't right, things wind down, and yet we just continue to move in the right direction, and that starts at the top. So again, very cool.
Yeah, no, I love it. I've enjoyed, investing with Jason and watching it grow and it's fun. Like, and I love, like, on the investor relations side, it's just so fun to meet all different types of people. And, before we jumped on here, Scott was asking us, like, how did you get involved? Because honestly, every single person you run into in this business has a story about how they got involved. Yeah. And so it's super, it's just so interesting. So how did you hear about? Yeah, tell us how you heard about HIG.
Well, again, I work close by, and certainly I didn't know a ton, but certainly had heard some things of what they've done in the direction, and seeing the real estate purchases, even just at the HIG. What do we call it? The HIG headquarters, at this building that we're in.
We call it Harris Tower, like that, man.
We should. We need to project that little H signal out there, we
have it down on the parking lot.
Yeah. But anyway, just sort of, again, I knew this as the Wells Fargo building, and then to see it convert into the Harris, and then again, just kind of, and then I stumbled onto the podcast, some early podcasts. I listened to all the podcasts.
How did you find the podcast? I'm curious.
They're out there. It was pretty easy, Oh, okay. I found them on like Apple or wherever, or on YouTube. Cool. And just stumbled on, and then obviously Jason and the team has done a lot of YouTube videos, and just kind of, and again, to MattyP's point, it's like I very much used it as I was not only learning about the firm, but I was like personally, it was super interesting to me. Like this is awesome stuff, and it just sort of resonated and kind of grew from there.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, the podcast is working, MattyP.
Hooray.
We're getting the word out, educating people. Back to your point, though, about the corporate side. Like, the corporate side, dog eat dog, it's like, it's very hard selling, it's rigid. Like, it's either you hit your quota, you did, like, it's like, but I love how when you look at it through, it's like, oh, we just want to educate people, teach people about something that's different and new. Yeah. Not a lot of people know about real estate. Like, it's just, a lot of people own real estate and invest in real estate, and That's about it. And then when people start investing in real estate, even when people have invested in real estate for a long time, there's still a lot to learn. There's always something new to learn with real estate because real estate is affected by so much.
Sure.
So that's why it's like a new day every day in the real estate space that I love about Harris Investment Group.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Even people who have experience investing in real estate, when we talk about truck stops and gas stations, it's like a light goes off in their head and they see it and their response is usually, I never even considered that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There are so many different sectors.
There's just so many uncertainties, right? For John Doe, he just doesn't know sort of all the opportunities that are really out there.
Yeah.
And to your point earlier, it's like we were talking about who can participate. And I think a lot of people think, well, I don't have the capital to participate in real estate. And again, I think that's one of the lessons that we've all learned from Harris is that you don't have to be wealthy to jump in.
Yeah.
I think there's opportunities for everybody and maybe you start small, but I think what I'm learning is that there's kind of a place for everybody, you know?
That is so true. That is so, I mean, you look at the, just the vast scale of it all and like you can go, I mean, this all started with a fourplex.
Yeah, exactly.
So, with zero money down. So it's like, it's pretty incredible, like how, real estate, if you understand the rules of it, then you can play this game at your level.
Yeah.
And then you can scale it and move it to something bigger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so there's a lot of pros out there that, again, I just don't think that general population really understands. And hopefully that's part of what I can do is help educate people on what some of those opportunities may look like for somebody.
Yeah. Oh, so valuable. So valuable. Well, man, thank you for willing to come on, talk for a short bit. People can learn about you. I'm sure people have questions about, different things and all the stuff that you're up to.
I'm sure I'm going to get some hate mail from that I didn't list the right car or whatever, but that's okay.
Hey, when it's opinion based, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just being true to yourself.
Exactly. No, it's great to be here. And again, work with great people like yourselves and just very much looking forward to the opportunity.
Yeah. Well, if anyone has questions for Scott or for the team,
absolutely
reach out to us. Our email is contact@harrisinvestmentgroup.com and we'll get some good answers for you. So send us some good questions. We're ready.
I got
Scott's ready.
I have one last question for you, Scott.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite employee to work with, and why is it Bronson?
No. Why do we love working with MattyP?
Does Bronson give the best high fives?
MattyP, we have to answer. The answer has to be Bronson, right? Because he's bigger than all of us, right? So it's like, if there's ever any repercussions, it's like I'd much rather have to take on somebody else than Bronson. So that's fair enough.
Well, the thing with Bronson is he always has your back, no matter what. Even if you don't say he's your favorite, even though he's everybody's favorite, he's always got your back.
No, I'm just the local fly fisherman.
Yeah.
On the Provo River. So I tell everyone.
All right, send your questions in. Scott, thanks for being on the show.
You bet.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you a little bit better. And Bronson, arrivederci, and hope you find your dad.
Hey, thank you. He's out there.
He is out there. The HIG podcast expresses the views of its participants and may not represent the views of Harris Investment Group. The views discussed are subject to change without notice. The HIG podcast has no duty or obligation to update the information contained herein. It should not be assumed that past investment performance discussed is an indication of future results. Wherever there is the potential for profit, there is also the potential of loss. This is the very nature of investing. The HIG podcast and its affiliates do not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice. The information shared on this podcast should not be construed as an offering, advisory service, or investment advice. Consult your own tax, legal, and accounting advisors before engaging in any transaction. This podcast, including the information contained herein, is the sole property of Harris Investment Group and may not be copied, reproduced, republished, or posted in whole or in part without prior written consent of Harris Investment Group.